Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 100% Challenge Run, the livestream series where we're trying to beat Trails of Cold Steel 1's Nightmare Mode without ever changing our starting gear. And if you want to watch these challenge runs on your own time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and boop that bell button to stay notified. When we last left off, we have probably what was one of my favorite moments in the entire game so far, and that was just a whole section between Fee and Laura. From the subject matter to the way it was handled to the way they incorporate gameplay elements into the actual story to make it really connect with the player. It was just so well done. For those who missed that, I highly recommend checking out the later parts of last stream, because that was just so spectacularly done. Hello, Gregor. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Yep. And speaking of which, last stream we started a side quest where apparently we have to take 2,000 steps in order to finish the side quest. And unfortunately, I don't know if there's any like counter or something that gives us an indication of this, so I just feel like we're just going to be doing this a lot this stream. Hey, cool Waltu, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going for you? So my current thought is, let's make our way to the place where the main quest is, with the hopes that we'll somehow do 2,000 steps during the course of us exploring the new area. Which I think is like a port of some kind. Exactly, right course. So apparently we have to walk to 2,000 steps. I'm not sure what quantifies as a step. Technically, yes, Gregor, but it was forced. So bear in mind, it's the context of the stream is that we personally cannot change our starring gear. But if the game forces us to wear something, that's not our fault. As pointed out by the fact that you notice how like quite a number of these weapons are plus something. I did not do that. The game did that automatically to pity us. So, it's athlete, Gregor. So yeah, it's no problem, like, because we're not the ones who are changing the equipment. How evil would it be if they didn't count Seth and Turbo? Oh, that would be evil, Kowaltu. That would be very, very evil. Alright, so this is the port. Ooh, okay. What's going on over here? I'm girl. Hello, Nimelock! Long time no see. How you been? That would be cool, Gregor. Very cool. Ooh. Interesting little location here. Here we are, Heimdallr. The main harbor that opens onto the Antomicx River. Oh, so that's South Flowing River is the Antomicx. I can see a warehouse district in the distance as well. Yeah, this is a major hub of the capital's freight distribution network. Yep, it is called the Antomicx River. That's correct, Gregor. Like Orlando. That's just what I was thinking. And this is somehow connected to Dark Souls. Boom, lore extended. They're not be sent to Lord Dran. Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, have we found Dark Souls 4? I see they took quite a bit of a different direction, haven't they? Okay. Not quite as important as the Transcontinental Railroad or airships, but still vital. We also received a monster extermination quest from here. Let's see if we can track that down. Okay. Do we really have to go to Lordran to slay this monster? Fine. And for those who are wondering why I'm keeping Laura out front as opposed to Fee, it's just because I have no idea if the steps we take for the side quest won't count if Laura isn't out, so better safe than sorry.
Being near water always helps me relax.
Oh yeah, your hometown is right on a lake, isn't it?
Ooh, fishing spot. Come on, Reed, it's all up to you. Oh dear. Ooh, this is a big one, isn't it?
Wow, this is a big one!
Oh boy, we caught a salmon. We got 20 CP. Nice. Yeah, I would think when we're next to a big river like this, we'd be able to catch some more unique fish. It's Sayed, but more importantly, it's
Wow,
Sayed
this is a
B,
big
because
one.
she's going to eat all this, isn't she? Apparently we ranked up somehow. As we ranked up our fishing level or something.
Wow, this is a big one.
Alright. Oh, that was a productive use of our time, wasn't it, Chet? What are you looking at, sir? Alright! That's the sign. Okay, bring it down. Nice and easy. Phew. Always feels great when we pray in the right spot. Okay. Fishing. Indeed, that boss. Also, hello, that boss. Thank you so much for dropping by. How you been? You guys are the ones taking care of the monster? Oh, okay. Hey, one day where fishing is enjoyable as opposed to annoying or meh. No. The good question, Paul, too. Yeah, very true, Breckle. We are pretty close to port. Very true, Breckle. Very true. Just like Stardew Valley. Oh, you know what? That's the point. Yeah, Stardew Valley, very satisfying game to fish in, for sure. Excuse me. Would you also speak to the person in charge? Person in charge, huh? You're looking at something I can help you with? Can't imagine what would draw a bunch of students to the port. We're on a quest from the Imperial government. We've been informed that there's a monster around here that needs to be dealt with. It's very true, cool too. But at the same time, it's also very satisfying when you complete them. Oh, I agree, Redcore. the is adorable, especially with the cat ears. You guys are here about that? I just sent the request to say hello yesterday. Didn't think they'd be that quick. I meant this is my father's doing! The sheer confidence of it has his fingerprints all over it. Indeed, cool too, indeed. Well, he is the Imperial Governor after all. Beautiful strength. Are you the Governor Regnant's son? Must be really proud to have such a hard-working dad like that. Yes, I am. Anyway, would you be willing to explain particulars request to us? Sure, no problem. There's a door way over there. We know the monster's lurking somewhere. At least in an old underground passage, and lately we've heard the howls of some beast there. I think it's more, it's a good question for all too. I think it's more so that his father... I think his father's very caring, but maybe Machias doesn't get to see him very much because he's always working. It could also be a situation where Machias feels like he has a lot to live up to. And for that, Grekor, I think with crab pots, the advantage of them in Stardew Valley, especially if you have like the, we'll say the max level perks that are for them, is that you don't have to reset them, and they give you basically free stuff for doing nothing. And even if you get garbage, there's still value in that, because I think you can like recycle that or use that for material. So there's value even if you don't catch a, we'll say, a crab out of it. Well, passage, you think? Might be the same tunnels we went into from the hotel yesterday. Oh boy, look at that. The incredibly linear dungeon is suddenly going to become more intricate. Whoopee. Oh, Fee, I'm excited for that. Oh, come on, Antomicx. It's just a bunch of hallways. But Fee, that's called level design. Whatever. It does seem like that network passageway runs underneath most of the city. Regardless, it seems the Howling Monster is the target. I'd like to ask how we can gain access. Is there a problem? This has been bothering me. I think it's something in the way you talk, but... You're not a noble, are you? What? I am, but how does that impact our ability to do what you've requested? Well, maybe it doesn't, but still. Darn nobles live the high life, looking down on us convoy. Okay, here we go again, chat, with unconscious bias and prejudice. Can't really bring myself to ask for help from people who think they're born better than us. But the reformers have a pretty strong foothold in this part of the city. Yeah, is that any real surprise? Actually, if it bothers you, I should mention I'm a noble too. Granted, I'm from a pretty distant part of the Empire, but still. Your game, you're right. Our class is actually made up of both commoners and nobles. I'm a commoner myself, but Rena and Laura have always gone out of their way to help me. Laura is skilled with a sword, and her commitment to duty is second to none. She'd never dream of looking down on people or giving less than her all. Arsh. Elliot, P. My friends are telling the truth. My father was the one who assigned us the staff, so you feel you can trust his judgment. Yeah, exactly. What if you defend Laura? I agree, Record. That's amazing. Oh, I agree, Cool too. It's really cool how they use these side quests to increase the characterization and still tie that to the main story here, or like even these quests that seem like random requests. And right here, of course, we're seeing a follow-up from the awesome character development between Fee and Laura last stream. Sorry, you're right. You came out here to give us a hand, but it's hard to shake all the leaves. Here, I'll leave this with you. And further down the fort, you'll find the door. Layout's pretty complicated. Maybe. Oh, my thanks. I'm sorry, sorry for treating you so rudely. I should be better than handling that. Always thought nobles and commoners were oil and water, but I guess there are some good nobles out there after all. Oof. Chat. That was a big oof. I agree. Alright, we got ourselves some monsters here tonight. Let's head down to the tunnels. Ready when you are. Before we go, I want you all to know that I really appreciate what you said. Especially Yuffie. I didn't expect that I'd ever hear you stick up for me. It made me truly happy. Aww. No need to thank me. There's no charge for telling the truth. Well, if you insist. Yep, I agree. The ship is real, isn't it, Record? Looks like those two really have patched things up. Well, I'll take that any day to prove this. Alright, let's start by finding the door that leads to the underground. Yeah. I like how Fee's just so blunt about everything. She's like, what? It's the truth. Oh, I agree. The fact that Machias is being much more amicable to Wall 2, it is a big step up. Anything else around here? What are you doing, good sir? Mind getting out of my way. I just started recently. Okay, fine. How about you, sir? Need something? I got work to do, you know. Oh, come on. No extra dialogue, you disappoint me. Record, I don't know. That's not how that always works. Alright, but looks like it opens. No, I guess I won't get to use my explosives this time. Oh well. Well, for a last trip into those tunnels, there's anything to go by. It's not going to be easy going. Gee, we should make sure we're thoroughly prepared. Right. Alright. Oh, I see. Yeah. Right. Oh, congrats, Record. Enjoying your new challenge run for Crosscode? Oh, yes, the bunny quest. That should be really challenging. Look at this gold in the Middle Ages as well. Can we fish in here as well? That'd be really cool. Look at the passage we were in yesterday. Think they're connected? Even if they were, they're so far apart that I doubt we would find our way to a tunnel from yesterday. I can hear running water, too. Well, it looks like the port chief was right. This seems to be connected to some kind of waterway. Maybe it's even connected to the Anno River. Judging by the way the sound echoes, this passage is wider than yesterday's. Just as gloomy, though. It's going to be rough. Fee looks so unamused. Look at her. It's going to be wet and slimy, and we won't have time to catch any fish. My disappointment is palpable. Yeah, no one's expecting it to be smooth going, but at least now you and Laura can link. That should make the battles a lot easier. Yes, Reed, of course, because linked scales have clearly been saving this entire run. Right, chat? Right, chat? You aren't fooling anyone, Antons! Okay, fine, Machias, you're right, we barely use light stills. It's aptly cool, too. Agreed, Record, agreed. Yeah, if you're looking for a chance to make up for all the worry you caused us, well, here you go. Leave it to us. I'm looking forward to repaying your debts to you all. Elliot? It's like those two didn't waste much time putting the path behind them. You don't have to be careful they don't leave me in the dust. Oh, okay, Elliot. Oh, look at that! Finally, Elliot gets his S-Craft. That's cool. 7th Rhapsody. Interesting. Hello, Copper Nicholson. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? You know what? That'd be hilarious, Gregor, if like the sewers have better fish than the pier. What would that say about the water quality? But yeah, I want to see what this does. What? Seventh Rhapsody. Confuse 100%. Utterly destroys foes with the power of music. That sounds amazing. So that's what Elliot was doing last night. Okay, Elliot, I guess I was a little disappointed that you didn't get to see that awesome scene with Fee and Laura, but since you probably used it to learn this song as an S-craft, I think we'll let it slide, okay? Elliot's going to be the most overpowered bard in role-playing game history. Anything we can break here? Nope. Okay. Okay. Good read. Alright, so I see we have more burbs. I only faced enough burbs since crosscode. Oh, whatever. And okay, look at this chat. It's a little bit more intricate now. I approve. Let's see how we do.
Now's our chance.
I'll handle it.
Alright, so the Scavenger Pro. Interesting. Green neutral. My vote is for Demonic Scythe.
Arcus activate.
Arcus activate. Elliot, just hit him with the Phantom Phobia. Phantom Phobia is just such a good move.
Of course.
Right.
What? Agreed, Vector. Oh, we got the insta-kill. Let's go. See, another.
Of course. You still have a
Let's
lot of
go.
training to do.
Unscathed. Good SP too. Yeah, that's a very good point, Gretwar. There's a lot of RPGs that just kind of throw monsters in wherever they want to. Oh, Copper Nicholson, you're going in for an interview soon. That's awesome to hear. Wish you the best of luck with that, man. Yeah, just get a nice rest. Make sure you're dressed, prepared. Make sure to get to your interview site early, and go for it. I do not, Copper Nicholson. I have never done one before. Honestly, if you feel like you need a haircut, just go to a bar. I'd say go to a barber shop or a salon. It's usually not that expensive. That's what I would say.
Advantage is ours. I'll handle it. Here we go.
My turn. Arcus, right.
Leave it to me.
Oh, we got off a ability. Let's go.
I'll handle it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Go to a salon, especially now. A salon would definitely help. Copper Nicholson, I'm just going to highly recommend the salon.
Arcus.
Right.
Ooh, we got Nightmare.
We should keep going.
Let's go.
Done.
Look at Thea getting stronger.
I did it.
I did it.
Yes, everyone's getting stronger. Oh, that's awesome, Grekor. Glad to hear it. Successful kitty, exactly. Oh, what the heck is this? This is a Pokemon like a Relicanth?
Advantage is ours. I'll handle it.
Sharkodile, okay. Interesting name, interesting name.
My turn. My turn.
Leave it to me.
Oh, they have a lot of health. Machias!
Okay.
Oh, if he just got an insta-kill, that's amazing.
Of course.
My turn. Done. But we can't relax yet.
Copper Nicholson, even if you do have an appointment tomorrow with a career counselor, is that for the entire day or is that just for like an hour or two? Because if it's just for an hour or two, you could easily try to set up something with a salon like during the day or early in the morning or something like that. Fair enough, Walton. Listen, everyone's out VP again. We gotta fix this. Is it good? Machias. Alright, one of these is... Okay, where is... Somewhere in here is something that heals EP. Well, the other thing you could do, Copper Nicholson, is, like, in the morning, you could call up... Yeah, that's why I would suggest that, Copper Nicholson. Check what time the appointment is tomorrow, and then call up the hair salon and see if they have any openings that day. That's not during your appointment, because if that's the case, then you can easily make that work. Alright, now where is it? Yeah, if I'm not over it, just let me know, because I don't want to... Somewhere around here is... I give it to... V or... Did Green have it? I'm just being dumb, Chad. Like, where is it? Was it Harvest? Is it Harvest? It might be. No, it's not Harvest. Somewhere around here is a spell that lets EP gradually regenerates, like as on the field. Not heal, that's HP. It was like Invigorate or something. Ah, here it is. Ingenuity. That's what it was called. Now as we get our steps in, Machias will get his EP back. Oh, the amount of... Actually, wait, what are we doing? Why don't we just... We'd always just go back to here and heal up. I don't think their enemies are going to respawn for this close. Or they might. Never know. Nope, they didn't respond, so we're good. Or Danger steps in. Oh, look at that one, chat. I know. A restand, what are these called? Drones? There we go.
Advantage is ours. Okay.
Blast drum. Must be like lightning drums. Alright. Let's go with... They don't like Earth, apparently, so Grand Press.
Right. My turn.
Right.
Is everybody okay?
That wasn't too bad.
Not bad.
And Laura leveled up as well. That's awesome. That's the chest. Ooh, I like that we keep getting a lot of stuff. That's very good. Honestly, I'm liking the aesthetic of, we'll say, this section of the Underground a lot more than the first section. Because the first section was just pretty linear and, you know, just felt like hallways. Whereas this, you know, this has definitely some interesting dungeon-like vibes to it. Uh-oh.
That one looks annoying. Watch out.
I will set V. It does look annoying, doesn't it? Oh wait, it's a mini version of that boss we fought earlier with V. No! Go away!
A worthy adversary.
My turn.
It does look like it's for. Oh no, it is the Fate Spitter again, just like as recent as a regular enemy. Oh no! Oh, we got ourselves into. Don't like water, apparently. A 1-week vacation to Blacktown. No! I do not approve.
Right.
Leave it to me.
Okay, thank goodness the health doesn't seem to be anywhere near as high as it was
Okay.
with that boss.
Arcus.
Ow. Oh, good job,
My turn.
Machias.
Okay.
Right.
My turn.
Right.
I'll handle
There we go.
it. Target's eliminated. Let's get going.
Yeah, exactly. There's the entirely new means of sleeping with the fishes. I agree, Breckler. Or sleeping with the shark of dials, I think is what they're called. Ooh. You can always use more of that. Just wait for a minute, chest. I know, right? That'd really be like that. We know we'd be in Dark Souls if there was a mimic chest, okay? Oh, whatever, Laura.
I wonder when that mechanism was made.
I'm guessing a few hundred years ago at least. Probably during the Dark Ages.
Those were difficult times back then.
Advantage is ours. My turn.
Alright, so Rekor, since you've beaten Dark Souls 1, did you ever see yourself playing Dark Souls 2 or 3 or some of the other Souls-like games? Oh, I agree, Paul, too. It's great to see Flash 7 Daniel on so much better now. Great growth for everyone.
Right. My turn.
Leave it to me. Arcus.
Fair enough, Rekor, fair enough.
Oh, we did it!
For those who are wondering why
Oh,
I'm not using
what a nice
Elliot's
looking treasure
S-Craft,
chest.
I'm saving it for whenever we face the boss, because I'm curious what
Chance, we
it'll
can
do.
do
Okay.
this!
And also, the 100% confused would be very useful depending on what we're up against.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
And quest!
My turn.
All right, let's
Alright,
get
so
going.
cool too, that what Confused does is it makes enemies attack each other. Oh, we got a free Phantom Phobia, that's good.
Dangerous foe. Stay on guard.
No way! We don't like you very much.
This one's dangerous. Okay.
Right.
Leave it to me.
Oh, that did nothing. Fool!
My turn.
Oh, the movement's down, that's nice. So this mirrors like when Nightmare's up, does it just deal criticals? Because if it does, that's really awesome. Ow. Why?
Okay.
It's my turn.
Right.
I'll handle it.
You guys take your tats off already? Please. No!
This is bad.
You think? Hey! Well, these things are very slow, so if he just runs away.
This could be bad.
Yeah, this looks very, very bad.
We
Oh,
should
That's
farewell.
true. Whew, that was spooky. Okay. Exactly, cool too. That's what confused us. So Elliot was confused. Let some foes respawn. Alright, looks like if we run away, they... Why? The foes like to respawn. But zipping around them doesn't seem to be too bad if we do it at the right time.
That one looked...
Or we could just use the tried and true strategy of smoke grenades.
Don't let it intimidate you.
I'll handle it. Time to retreat, jerks.
Jerks.
Right. We should retreat. They have us surrounded.
It's my turn. Might be what? Impossible.
You think you better run? Where'd you come from?
Oh, come on!
Okay. Time to retreat. Bye-bye.
Oh, the timing. Indeed. Oh yeah, you're right, the timing was pretty funny there. Time to retreat, jerks. Yes, I know, right? Anyway. Yeah, no, 9% chance to run. What is this, Pokemon move accuracy?
Hostile spotted.
I know, right?
Beginning. My turn. Time to retreat, jerks.
So, I'm not sure what the...
Let's get going.
Okay, let's think about that. What is that? Chat, someone calculate 0.6 times 0.7 times 0.8 times 0.9. Because I think we just have the rarest failure right there. Yep, so let's think about that. Yeah, the odds of that happening are absurdly low.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
Of course.
Is that really it, Kowaltu? I feel like it'd be lower than that. It's 0.6 times... Well, actually, no. Wait, that's not what it is. It's gotta be 0.4 times 0.3 times 0.2 times 0.1. Because we're going for the odds of failure, not the odds of success. So, 40% chance to fail, 30% chance to fail, 20%, and 10% respectively.
The advantage is
I'll
ours.
handle it. Arcus.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I could... Wow, so basically we got a 0.24% chance to happen for that thing to happen. Aren't we lucky, chat? Aren't we?
Right. Arkin.
Of course.
I'll handle it. There you go.
I know, right? Less than half a percentage chance. Indeed, cool too. We're very lucky, apparently. There should be like an achievement for that or something. Just like completely fail spectacularly at running away. I see more fishy.
Hostile spotted. Beginning. My turn. Time to bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, cool too. You remember we're compounding things. The chance to fail, just see it's within each instance. So in each individual instance, you know, 60% chance to succeed, 40% to fail versus 90% chance to succeed. That still adds up to 1. But the odds of specific, like we'll say, combinations of events that are interesting.
Now's our chance.
Okay. Here we go.
Right. Hark! It's my turn. Hark!
My turn.
I'll handle it.
Exactly, Redcore, exactly. Fair point. Fair point.
Arcus.
Of course. Arcus.
And they can barely move, can't they?
Harkus!
Okay.
Okay, but 0 arcs.
Right! Great!
Oh, re-leveled up apparently. Just sitting there in the background. Reed's like, I contributed. What's this? Sleep? Where is it? Oh, sleep. Oh, chance to sleep. Okay, fair enough. What's with Rain's single gloves? I think it's like a fencing thing or something. Cool too. So that no matter what kind of gloves you wear, generally speaking, you're going to have more ability to feel things with just you know, your basic hand. So it could be because of that. A gloved hand for whatever's holding your sword, and non-gloved hand so that you can have better touch and reaction. Maybe, I don't know. That's my thought. Could just be an aesthetic thing. But in certain situations, you might only
The
wear
advantage
one.
is ours.
Okay.
Harkus! Leave it to me. Harkus!
Of course. Arcus.
I'll handle it. My turn. Target's eliminated. Let's get going.
Fair enough, cool too. Then I'm not sure. Well, we got through there and down another smoke grenade. Okay, so I'm guessing the boss is probably going to be at the end of the 3rd waterway. And apparently there are enemies in the water? Oh yeah, look at that. This is cool, chat. We actually have to drain the waterway to open up a path. That's cool. It is becoming like Dark Souls.
This area's full of water.
I'll bet there's some way to drain it.
Let's have a look around then.
Yeah, I guess we are in New Londo ruins, aren't we, Dreadcore? Also, I guess you could make the argument that technically Milliam uses a shield, but her shield is just her robot, not an actual shield.
Now's our chance.
Okay.
Of course.
Right.
My turn. I'll handle it.
My turn. You still
There.
have a lot of training to do.
So much XP. Oh, my lever. William featured in one of those fashion police reality TV shows. I would not be surprised. Everyone's like, get some gosh darn pants, Milliam. Oh, is there a chest down there? Yes, there is, apparently. Okay. Cool. Look at this, chat. It's more intricate. I like it.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Very true, Drekor. Very true. That did happen.
Of course.
Right.
My turn. Okay.
My turn. Hut.
Okay. Time to retreat.
Right. Arcus.
I'll handle it.
Ha!
Leave it to me.
You have my thing.
They all really need some more EP.
Right. Hey.
I'll handle it.
Hoping to avoid gain.
Hostiles
Yeah,
neutralized.
whatever.
Guess we're safe.
We may do. Oh, that'd be fun, Drekor.
Is that a treasure chest?
It is. We got another aerial plus. That's awesome. More wind. Go away. Agree, Drekor, agree.
The advantage is ours.
Okay.
My turn.
Right.
You have my thing.
My turn. Arcus.
I'll handle it.
What?
Right.
DY.
Okay.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn.
That takes care of them.
Indeed, Drekor. Ooh, brave level 4 on Laura. Let's go. What you got, Laura? Look at that strength, though. La Forte. Laura's date shrunk. Like, super shrunk. Like, let's look at Laura's stats. Wow, just 675 strength. That's insane. I get to feel it, chat. I feel like there's going to be either a boss or a mini boss or at least a cutscene up here. This area is just way too empty and large. Okay, when you see a big area like this, you know something's up, right, chat? Something has to be up. Oh, look at that, chat. Look at that. It's one of these. There's something down there. Let us in. Let us in. Yep, illusory wall ahead.
I spy treasure.
Nice, the tiara. Gladly take that. Okay, now how are we doing? We're all pretty close to level 39. Okay. Here? No? Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that, chat. We just now are approaching the boss.
This place seems like it goes on forever.
My father sure
Only
gave us
31 more
a
levels.
of a job to deal with.
Nice. It's everything, sure.
Well, I'm sure we must be getting close now.
I'm not sure what's considered endgame level in this game, chat. And I'm also not sure how level scaling is going to work, considering that this is a multi-game series. How does it work in later games? Do we like start at higher levels at the start of the next game? That'll be interesting.
Here we go.
My turn.
My turn.
Right.
I don't know, Cool, too. I don't know.
Arcus.
My turn.
Visual R.
Evil will fall before my blade.
Let's go! Ooh, link level 2 between Ellie and Fee, somehow. That's nice.
I did it.
Good job, Machias. Or channeling that inner Apollo, exactly. Speaking of which, forgot to link everyone, so might want to do that. Actually, we have to. There's another verb. Yeah, we are getting pretty close to 39.
Now's our chance. We can do
My
this.
turn.
Grand press.
My turn.
Butterfly.
Of course. Now.
Go for it, Fee.
Leave
Okay.
it to me.
Thanks. My turn.
My turn.
Oh, we did it.
Oh, we got 2 levels up.
Success.
Yes. Get those numbers up,
All
Fee.
right.
Uh-oh, one of those things, yeah.
Dangerous foe. Stay on guard.
Well, chat, we know what to do for these things, right?
This one's tough.
My
Careful.
turn. Time to retreat. Jerks.
Just gonna
Think
run
you're wrong.
away.
Where'd you come from?
My turn. We should farewell.
And boom, vanished. As you can see, chat, Trails of Cold Steel 1 is a perfectly balanced game without exploits. Chat, can you imagine how hilarious it would be if, like, you could somehow run away during the major bosses and it would count as you actually defeating them? Oh, look at that, chat. Doesn't know what to do.
Is that a treasure chest?
It's like, huh. They touched the ladder. I don't know what to do. The Viving Slug. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Leg Breaker. The Orbit of Nora Valkyrie from Ruby. Ooh, that's nice. That splash cost move minus 50%. Yes. So much yes. Also, I think we should do that to Laura. Imagine the chaos. Also, this spot right here just reminds me so much of Dark Souls, so you would definitely see something like this in Dark Souls. Just this kind of environment. Makes me think of the... what's that area in Dark Souls 1 that's like a sewer? The Depths, I think it was called? This feels just like the Depths. Laura's almost level 39. All that's missing is a giant rat boss, basically, Drekor.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
Oh, look. A trap chest is just out of reach. Come on, Laura, just climb up there. There's some fee up there. That's not how this works in Tantra. Fine.
Stay on guard and don't
Okay.
get cocky.
Oh, that is a lot of enemies. Actually... you just get rid of them all. Can I get rid of them all? I can't. They're actually too far spaced away. That's very inconvenient. I do not approve. Well, get rid of most of them.
There we go.
This will be satisfying.
Silky dance. That's that.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Right.
I'll handle it. Okay.
Okay, I didn't hit us. That's hilarious.
Targets eliminated. Let's get going.
Look how much speed we got from that chat. That's amazing.
I've only...
Hostile spot. My turn.
Right. Oh, let's get going.
So many smoke grenades. Alright, fair enough, Copper Nicholson. That'd be hilarious, chat, if we get to the end of this dungeon and it's just like the lightning drone. Like a giant lightning drone. Or like, oh, come on, we just fought one of you.
advantage is ours.
I'll handle it.
No, like, it's probably just gonna be like a giant sharkodile or something.
Right.
Leave it to me. All right, let's keep moving.
Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. Oh, the lever, Laura. I remember. Does Laura have the... Okay, yeah, she has. She has the quest item. I hope they're gonna notify us when we actually have what we need. Alright, let's see if we can get the trap chest. Though, actually, for the trap chest, we'll probably want Fee maxed out, too. Alright. Fortunately, these are here.
The advantage is ours.
I'll handle it.
Impassion yourself, Fee. Uh-oh.
It's my turn.
You have my
Ah, welcome back,
thanks.
Rekor.
Okay.
My turn.
Right.
All right, let's keep going.
Looks like Fee is almost charged. We can rest over here, so that's convenient. Once Fee's all charged up, chat, we're going to go for that trap chest. It's over here. What are you doing over here, you silly lightning drone?
Now's our chance. We can
I'll
do
handle
this.
it.
My turn.
Right.
Right.
I'll handle it.
Is everybody okay? Now's our chance. We can
My
do
turn.
this. Right.
Of course.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
My turn.
It's my turn.
My turn. Got it.
And open.
Okay.
There's no time to waste.
Alright, and there we go, chat. Everyone should be... Well, everyone's fully charged on CP. Time for the trap chest, everybody. Let's see if we can do this. Alrighty, chat.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
I hope it has something good inside. You ready for this, chat? Let's go.
Watch out, guys.
What?
I'll handle it.
Excuse me? Are you kidding me? No! 3 of these things? Why? This is not a mimic. 3 fate spitters? Okay. The fate spitter's like, you killed it. You defeated our father, prepare to die. Something like that. Okay. Well, chat, you know what this means. Time to go all out.
Arcus activate.
Right. Is there anything Machias can do to help us? Your Earth Pulse, defense. Alright, probably want a Break Shot, actually. Try to at least one of these things.
How about this?
Yeah.
We'll start with Sun Rhapsody, because I do want to see this, chat. Oh, wait, I forgot. Elliot's thing might actually be really useful here because of the confusion, the confuse hacks. Alright, chat, you ready to see Elliot's S-Craft? Let's go.
This performance just for you.
Ooh. Oh, it's a violin! That's awesome!
Rhapsody. You've been a wonderful audience.
Aww. That's amazing! I approve.
There you go.
Come on, Pete. This is all you.
Silky dance. That's that.
Of course.
And just like that, then there was one.
My turn. Arcus activate.
Right.
My turn.
I know, Fia and Elliot just deleted them monsters.
Okay,
Come on, Fee.
hostiles neutralized. Guess we're
Let's
safe.
go! Look at that XP! What do we get? Oh, we got a Master Quartz! Let's go! It's called Tauros. I wonder what this one does. Alright. So this is iron. It's okay. Oh! Ooh, interesting, chat. Look at this. So, this is like an all-out attack, build. So, it's, not as doing like defenses and stuff, but what it does do is it literally just multiplies damage. That sounds amazing. But it also, the layer attacks is increased. Intriguing. Do you imagine playing this on Laura and just skyrocketing her damage? Actually, I wonder. Like, how would this compare to what Laura has right now is my question. I feel like it'd be somewhat comparable. Oh, but they got the deleted mechanism, yes. I also want to try it on Laura now that I think about it. I mean, we have a while to go before Brave level 5, and we have no idea what that last thing's just going to be. But, you know, if this thing's just sitting around, just increase damage, just straight up. Even if she attacks less frequently. I feel like that could still be really interesting. Alright, well, I have no chat something, so let's see. Our strength right now is 691. If we equip Tauros, what do we end up with? Okay, so we lose some strength, but we've already known that level scaling seems to matter a lot more, and since we're getting a 1.5 damage multiplier anyway. We'll try it out. We do have to get Fee and Elliot's CP back up anyway for the boss. Speaking of which. Let's go ahead and equip Impassion if I still have some left over for the sake of speeding this up. Does she just Impassion by default? No, she does not. Okay. Also, what is the boss? Is it... What is that? Is that like a Sharko Gator or something like that? Like an alligator and a barracuda. Well, in order to get more CP chat, before we do that, I'm actually going to take a quick break, so don't remember guys. I shall be right back. Alrighty, chat. Welcome back, everybody. Ah, yes, the most powerful weapon, Alt F4. Who would have thought?
Now's our chance.
My
We can
turn.
do this. Right. Right. Marcus,
It's my turn. Target.
I'll handle it. There you go.
Of course.
Oh, look at this. She gets Earth Lance by default. That's nice.
I'll handle it. Arcus.
Hey, Spud Tip. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Right. Target.
Okay.
Right. We should keep going.
I did it.
No.
I welcome all
I'll
challengers.
handle it.
Oh, that's not good.
Arc.
right.
Of course.
Leave it to me.
Good question, Spud. We are in Chapter 4 right, Chapter 4 right now, so we're in Heimdallr. We just saw a really amazing section with Thea and Laura. Might even be one of my favorite sections in the entire game so far. It's just how well executed it was.
Arc.
If I remember correctly, you played this game before, right,
Right.
Spudtip?
I'll handle it.
Right.
I'll handle it.
Exactly right.
Leave it to me.
Awesome.
Oh, we did it.
Just so much was well done about that. The fact that they talked about unconscious bias and prejudice in a very realistic way. The fact that the interactions seem very genuine and heartfelt, and also just the way they incorporated gameplay into like conveying like that, not just the feeling of unconscious bias and prejudice and negative effects, but also how to overcome it. Like I just realized, chat, like it didn't even hit me until when I was looking back at the video. I'm like, oh wait a minute, we were. Remember, chat, when we were fighting the giant drome, so the giant slug monster, and just in the middle of the fight, seemingly out of nowhere, the link between Laura and Fee suddenly severed? That was... I'm beginning to realize
That looks
that
like a
was
tough
actually
one.
meant
Be
to
careful.
be, it was meant to show through gameplay kind of like the effects of unconscious bias. So through gameplay, what it was showing is you couldn't reach your full potential because there was something lingering there that you didn't realize was there until you were thrown into a situation. And on the flip side, when Laura and Fee you actually got to play as Laura and Fee, even though neither of them are technically the main protagonist in that fight against Rena and Machias, and seeing actually having the ability to use their lengths. That also, again, great game design. So it's showing just what's like to unlock your potential. It's really cool. Indeed, Rekor, indeed. Exactly. This game has a million cutscenes, but it also does convey stuff.
I'll handle it.
Leave it to me. Ark.
My turn.
Okay.
My turn.
Alright.
Right. Ark.
My turn.
Indeed, Spot Tip. Indeed.
Of course. Off guard.
Broken.
All right, let's keep moving.
Indeed, Spot Tip. Indeed. Laura's just hanging on by a thread here. And I just realized, chat, that Laura is like the perfect person to make use of the Tauros Master Quartz, simply because the drawback to this is that there's a delay after attack multiplied by 2, but what I think I'm noticing, chat, is that delay seems to only apply when we, like, cast arts. If we just do, like, regular attacks, or I'm assuming S-crafts, I don't think that'll count, so that's really important. I'm also noticing, though, chat, that because we have this equipped, we don't get the attack up by default, so whilst we have someone just buff Laura's attack, maybe give someone Laforte, that would definitely help. Actually, wait, do we have Laforte? We did that to base somehow. No, Chuck. No, we do not have Laforte, apparently. Well, that's gotta change. I feel like we should have Laforte to somebody. Is everyone's slots open? Yep. Alright. Wait. Oh, okay. Can we make Laforte is the real question. That sounds like to be powerful. Volcanic rain. Honestly, if anyone should get this, I feel like it should be Machias, because he's kind of sort of a support here. And then the purple. It's perfectly fine, Rekor. I understand. I get it. It's no big deal. Understandable, Rekor. But speaking of which, I wish you the best of luck with your job search. I know it's a lengthy process, but it's worth it. You can do it. Speaking of which, what are your current plans for your job search? You got your resume all set up? Or are you applying to places? Alright, let's I think this will do, chat. At least for now. We'll see if it ends up being worse than we think. Should probably remove Impassion from Laura and give that to somebody else. We have FLS. I'd like to blow my hands as soon as possible. First. To which I say, Bretgor, there is no reason you can't start applying for jobs if you know your diploma is coming your way. That's, I mean, Bretgor, exactly, so you should be, you know, starting to get, Bretgor, the way it works is, as long as your degree is on the way, like you know it's coming, then that means you can start applying for jobs that you'd be qualified for once you have your degree, and then you just set up your start date at such a time when you would be able to send forward all the paperwork, basically. Yeah, that's up. Never too early to start that process. Let's make sure Elliot's equipped with this. And then the better for last. We'll replace detection with Laura Uzaku. Elliot Invader Raid. Oh, not Invader Raid. Compassion. I think that will do. Well, Bretgor, if you don't even bother to look at the stuff, how are you ever going to know if you'll meet the requirements? Like at this point, Bretgor, since you're finishing up your degree, what you should be doing is you should be exactly. So make sure your resume is in order, then apply to as many positions that you would want that you qualify for. Yeah, just go for it.
Dangerous foe.
Uh-oh. Look at this thing, chat. Oh, that's a monster we need to take care of. I'll say a gigantic crocodile. Yep, it's the big boy. Okay. He's pretty vicious, too. This area doesn't have very good footing, either. Make sure we're fully prepared to engage with it. Our opportunity to put our combat link to the test feed. Right. Speaking of which. Are we all... Yep, we are. Okay. You think that looks cute, Bretgor? Okay, fair enough. To each their own. Well, here goes nothing.
This looks tough. Careful.
I'll handle it.
Okay. First things first, we want to get, well, Machias is going to have to be the one to set up our... The Great Sharkodile, okay. Machias is going to have to set up our attacks so that Laura can make the most of her attacks. And in the meantime, no reason we shouldn't Chrono Drive. For you, Elliot. I'm thinking... I'm going to assume this thing will be more of a physical attacker. So instead, a beat would never hurt.
Keep it up, everyone!
Of course, Selective. What makes it the best monster in the series, though? Does it just have the funniest name, or...
Here we go.
Come on, V, get rid of him.
Silky dance.
Wait, really?
That's that.
That's actually a thing. Well, okay then. Machias! Ow. Wait. Does it recover HP when it attacks? Excuse me? I do not approve.
Right.
Where is... I do need to give LaForte up, so...
Arcus, act.
My turn.
Guess I'm weak too. Okay. Doesn't like Earth, that's actually a good thing for us, so Grand Crest.
Arcus activate.
We do need to heal Elliot, but... not Elliot, Machias. Actually, if Machias take another hit, it's debatable. Wait, starting to wish we had quit that one spell that actually lets us, like, be immune to a physical attack. That would have been really good here. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh well. If we set up a... Apparently if we go for a dark matter, we'll actually be timing this pretty well. It's a critical hit.
It's my turn.
Machias' turn. Okay. Can you heal yourself? Well, actually, he already has HP, so... We can always just have, feed him something. Alright, Machias, I need you to set up this foe for us, so...
How about this? Go!
Go for it.
I'll pick you up.
And now that it's weekend, chat, it's time to see just how much damage can we do. Strength up, defense down, Laura's ultimate attack. With Tauros.
I'll handle it.
Not what I was expecting, but what might do.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I'll handle it. Arcus activate.
Oh, we missed, let's go. Good job, Machias.
Yeah,
So they're just not like ranged attacks?
My turn.
Maybe not. Wait, what's his name?
Arcus act.
Right. Our
defense is still up, so that's good. Actually, wait, Machias, you have... Yeah, you have Grand Press, okay.
my turn.
Grand Press! Everyone uses Grand Press. Here comes the Phantophobia, chat. Oh, it's a crit too. Let's go. Boo!
My turn.
You, Laura. Wow, that damage. Good job, Laura. Oh no, apparently it can do other things. Elliot, we need that beat.
Of course.
Machias! Hang in there!
Hi.
This isn't good.
You think? Well, we need to have people's strength back up, so...
Arcus, activate!
My turn. Here we go.
Right. Listen to my song of fear.
You have my
Appreciate it.
things.
There we go. Yeah, Machias would dirty and fast, if only. This is the main quest, Brecor. Uh-oh. Machias!
I'll handle it.
Get up! Darn it! Where's the thing that cures faint?
Appreciate it.
Right.
That's really like Machias, doesn't it, chat?
Arcus,
Right. Huh?
Okay.
Recharge would help V.
This isn't good.
I think Holy Breath can be used on himself. Well, actually, we can have Elliot do that.
Arcus, activate!
Oh, let's go. We got Nightmare off. Nice. It's poison too. Let's go,
My
Machias.
turn.
Or it could just be in another Tiara bomb. Elliot can handle it.
Here we go.
Press.
right.
You have my
Appreciate it.
things.
Oh, I missed V. Let's go.
Right.
It's a shame we can't use an S-Craft right now because, well, critical hits and all that. Oh well. Might do.
Okay.
E, on the other hand, apparently will get critical hits, so...
Here we go.
Machias!
Listen to
You have my
Appreciate it.
things.
Leave it to me.
I know, delete. Yeet and delete. Oh, at least I'll drop his beat soon. Good to know.
My turn.
My turn.
Oh, we confused it. Let's go. Drop her beat.
My turn.
Zero arts, okay. Take that.
Right.
What?
right.
Oh, come on. Thing is right there.
Arcus,
Of course. Hi.
What? Laura, how did you miss? It's 3 feet in front of you. Oh, whatever. Archer stimulant. There it is.
Appreciate it. Leave it to me.
Come on, Machias. Fee has her S-Scrap ready to go.
Right. Listen to my song.
You have my things.
I'll handle it.
Alright, Fee. Go for it. Probably not gonna finish, but we'll still do good damage.
Of course.
Laura, it is all up to you.
Off guard.
Rush it! Together! And for the finishing move, Laura, it's all you!
Powerful strike.
Alright, sounds good for me. Let's go! First try!
Radiant
Unless this somehow misses.
We should keep going.
That was awesome. Look how much at speed we got, out. Everyone's level 40 now.
Done.
I've only just begun.
A+ outcome.
I did it!
Let's go. Everybody's like, yeah, I help too. Phew, we did it. Everyone's like, everyone just looks at Reen and glares, and he's like, what? You didn't do anything, Reen. B. B. Laura and Fee high-fived each other. Duh. It's hard to believe that not even 24 hours ago. You still weren't getting along. Did you really do make an amazing team, though? The two of you coordinating their attacks? I don't think anything stands a chance against us. No. That monster clearly had the advantage as far as brute strength is concerned. We didn't have superior numbers. I doubt we would have emerged victorious. Yep, we've still got room for improvement. We have to be powerful enough to destroy the entire city, right, Laura? What do you mean, Fee? Nothing. The thought of you two doing any more stronger is kind of terrifying. Ah, fair enough, Raptor. What's wrong? Nothing much. I just seen these two got me thinking that I'm going to need to strengthen my own resolve soon, too. Oh, is this how Machias gets his S-Craft? What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it for now. Anyway, we ought to get back and give our report. Very well done. Let's go! Yeah, I know, Gregor, especially since we know we have the ability to show the characters high-fiving. But, you know, that
looks like a tough one.
That was their
Be
decision.
careful.
Go away, Mr. Fate Spinner. Or give, Elliot's, I think it was called information again. Of detention. Indeed, Records a bit of a goofy walking animation, but I think that's to make it more... feel just a little bit less intimidating. Uh-oh, is there gonna be a follow-up boss? Uh-oh. Cutscene! Oh, is this where we actually find the illusory wall? Something the matter? Oh, I didn't notice this before, but does anyone else feel a breeze in this area? Wait. I knew it! I knew this way. I knew that button was out of place. I think this passage we found yesterday? So there's a secret passage here too. If so, I imagine it probably opens up in the last one. Is it lead somewhere else in the capital? Oh wait, no, until we open it. That senses are tingling. Illusory wall detected. It is Dark Souls, chat. I suspect this much. I wonder where this leads. Alright, to be sure, we lose our sense of distance and location traveling underground like this. Well, I have to guess. I'd say we're heading in the direction of... maybe there's an exit close by. Alright, let's try and make our way outside. Oh, look at that, chat. There are more chests. Glad we checked.
Watch out, guys!
My turn.
Right!
Leave it to me.
My turn.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
My turn!
I'll handle it.
And open! Right!
Right.
Okay.
Is everybody okay?
We may do, apparently. Okay, more Sepith. Never a bad thing. More chests. Well, 2 more chests apparently, and then we'll be out. Alright, normal chest.
A challenging foe. We should engage it with care.
More fate spinners apparently.
This one's dangerous. I'll handle it. Time to bye-bye.
And just like that, we're out. Oh, also, chat, just a reminder, there's no stream this Thursday. However, this Friday, we'll be returning to Crosscode, the Crosscode DLC, for what will probably, I'm guessing, be the final Crosscode No at Speed stream, since I'm assuming that we're getting very close to the end of the DLC. That's something I'm definitely really looking forward to. I want to see how it ends. Gosh darn it. Especially after we defeated Diorbis.
It's my turn. That takes care of them.
Yep, indeed, Rektor. Oh no, more burb. Go away.
Advantage is ours. I'll handle it.
Of course.
Right.
I'll handle it. My turn.
Right! Alright, let's...
Go. Alright.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
Hey. La Forte Plus, I approve. Let's give that to Machias. Are you okay, Drekor?
Oh, there's the exit.
We're finally there.
Alright, chat, let's see what's on the other side. Hopefully this doesn't force us out of here, because we still have to turn that side quest. Oh, chat, remember that door we saw before? Or in Machias' district? Well, here it is. That's what that was for. Yeah, this is so that section was just Dark Souls. Again, at least in Dark Souls 1, it's such a common idea with its circular level design that you end up back at places you were before. It's just so intricately designed. And that's just what happened here. We entered one way, and we ended up back in a spot we were before. Yeah, that's correct, Copper Nicholson. This Friday is going to be probably the last Crosscode No at Speed stream, so it should be really exciting. Back in the Yas district. We seem to have emerged in Machias' district. Wow, I had no idea the passage went all the way from there to here. That tunnel truly is vast. It's like something out of a spy novel. Fee! I'll say. Maybe it's a sign. What's that? Must be the chime to mark the noon hour. Yeah, that's time to our channel's church roll. Cathedral is pretty far away in the Sox district. No, wait, the Sankt district? Okay. I think it's about time we found something to eat. How about we order from the go-to few shops? We don't really have much, but I'd be happy to at least treat you to a coffee at our house. Oh, we're finally down to Machias' house. What? You mean Machias? Cool, inviting us into our home? I don't think we would have ever expected this. And Peace was like, Laura, we literally walked up to Machias' house before. Oh, look, they decided to rest some fish and chips to go from a nearby pub. I wonder who the fish was for. The meal in hand, they head to Machias' house. I'm sorry to hear that, Quality. Maybe you can get some food? Ooh, that looks good. Hold on, man. They said we got fish and chips. I see fish and chips in the center, but when do we get hot dogs? This is the capital's famous fish and chips. I was expecting it to be delicious, but even still, I'm impressed. Yep. Oh, it's supposed to be pretty well known for the fish and chips. Oh man, it tastes good, but at the end of the day, it's still greasy comfort food. Hurry while it's hot, it tastes disgusting if you like cool. Probably still better than wartime rations, though. Aw, Fee. What food isn't? Always pretty high class. Got a nice fragrance to it. Hot dogs on the fish yeah, yes! Yes! Well, actually, to be fair, the fish were literally swimming in the air, so I guess there are land fish. Buy your own beans? Yeah. Looks like my father went out and stopped up not too long ago. Now that he gets the chance to take some time away from his duties and relax here. He sees his coffee as a small island of luxury in his hectic daily life. That does sound like Governor Rednitz. He seems like quite a respectable man. You can hardly imagine a home like this belonging to an important official like a governor. It's tiny. I know, Fee. You know, Fee, it wouldn't hurt to be a little less fun. Chat, look at Reed here. Reed has the I'm so done with this face. Let's go. No worries. As I said, my father and I are commoners. He might be a top official, but none of us really saw that as a reason to change our lifestyle. Besides, it's not as though we don't have some attachment to this house. Alright. Does seem like a comfy place to live in, though. Really cozy and relaxing.
Ooh, there's a photo.
Oh boy! Are we gonna say Baby Machias?
Oh, that.
Baby Machias. Aww. Aww. Look at that!
Cute little Machias there.
Baby Machias, let's go.
He looks like he had such a sweet disposition.
Smaltius, yes.
Yeah, before he grew up to be a stubborn old nag.
Fee! Oh, Fee.
Stop nitpicking people's old family photos! Honestly.
The governor looks the same as ever, though. Is that woman next to him your older sister or something?
Close enough. She was a cousin on my father's side of the family. Since she lived quite close, she often came to visit.
Oh. Interesting. Wonder Machias' cousin's going to play into something.
Our family was just my father and I, so having her around was a big help.
Oh, what happened to Machias' mother?
The way you speak about her seems to imply you no longer see her. Did she get married and move away?
She died
Oh. Well,
around 6 years ago.
fair enough.
Oh.
I see.
Aw.
And that has something to do with why you hate the nobility, right?
Wait. Oh no. No. Did the nobility put her to death or something? Or did, like, something the nobility did cause her to die? That would explain a lot.
So...
I never really planned on telling anyone about this.
Machias' backstory?
But considering all we've been through, I suppose it's time I told you a little more about me. It's a long story, but would you hear me out?
Of course.
He's like,
Absolutely.
Glad to.
Thanks.
You-
Sis was 9 years my senior. Beautiful, kind. To me, she was in every sense the ideal woman.
Ooh, the music chat.
Now, as I said earlier, we're a family of commoners through and through. But my father proved to be a very capable government official. And eventually, he was promoted to an important government position, where he started to make a name for himself. Honesty and integrity are a core part of his work ethic. So, of course, he made his fair share of enemies. But after seeing success in a number of major projects, he gained a reputation both inside and outside the government. My mother died when I was still young. But Sis happened to live around here and ended up helping us in more ways than I can count. Since she was his niece,
Interesting.
my father always made a fuss over her. And even though she didn't live in the same house, she was like a real sister to me, and a real daughter to my father.
Wait a minute! Hold on a second. That hairstyle, the fact that she's serving tea. Sharon? Is that you? It's probably not, chat, but that would, like, if that's Sharon, that would be interesting.
I was always so proud of her. As a child, she was practically
Wait.
my idol.
No, that wouldn't make sense. If that was Sharon, then how would she be there to serve Alyssa? Unless, wait, try to remember the timeline here. So Sharon didn't come into Alyssa's life until she was, I think, 12 or something. And, well, to be fair to all two, this is years ago, so she could have gotten older. I mean, now I think that was probably a stretch, but that's just kind of what I was thinking. That's also a good point, Spot Tip. If it was Sharon, Machias probably would have recognized her. That's a fair point.
As you'd
Okay.
expect, she had countless admirers among the men of the city. But for all her popularity, she was always level-headed and sensible. So I never felt I had anything to worry about. Until he appeared.
Until he.
He
Uh-oh.
was one of my father's subordinates at City Hall.
Oh no.
Though unlike him, he was a noble by birth. A man of high rank, too. The heir of a count.
I don't like where this is going, Chad.
However, he had none of the arrogance or haughtiness one usually associates with the nobility. When I met him myself, he came across as an honest and loyal man.
Uh-oh.
He met Sis when Dad introduced him to her one day, and eventually the two of them fell in love and began a relationship, despite the difference in their social status.
What happened?
As
Where's
a
this
child, I
going?
was frustrated beyond words, but even I had to admit that the two of them made a good couple. And Sis seemed so happy when she was with him that I had no choice but to let it go and accept their relationship. Time went on and they became engaged, with Dad acting as the go-between. And that's when everything started to fall apart.
What happened?
His family couldn't have been more blatant in their attempts to undermine the relationship.
Oh, did they, like, this family, like, get rid of her?
Apparently, one of the four great houses, House Cayenne, proposed an arranged marriage on short notice. And the Count's family were up in arms at the thought he might choose to take a mere commoner as his wife. Since my father held an important post, they were limited in how shamelessly they could try to sabotage the marriage. But they began to harass and threaten her in secret every way they could think of.
Uh-oh. Did she...
Life a living hell.
Oh. She... Oh, no. I think I know where this is going, Chad, and I don't like it.
Maybe she didn't want to cause trouble for the man she loved, or
No.
perhaps she did it out of consideration for my father.
No.
But all that time, she chose to endure it alone. She
No.
never discussed it or asked for help. And finally, it became so crushing that she took her own life.
Ugh. I knew it. Ouch.
It was only afterward that my father and I learned what
Ugh.
it seems that at the very last,
Ugh.
had chosen to betray her love for him.
Ugh. Oof. Okay. Chat. Remember how I said earlier I thought Machias was very annoying? I take that all back. Machias, I am so sorry. Seriously. Ah, wow.
But I told her, he said.
Yeah. Yeah, no wonder Machias was angry at the nobles. Like,
I told her
I feel like that would
treasure
scar
her
you
my
for
mistress
life.
instead if she'd just
Like-
accept that we couldn't be married.
but seriously.
I just don't understand it. Why would she take her own life? After that, my father seemed to redouble his efforts. It was like watching a machine kick into high gear. With the help of his ally, Chancellor Osborne, he was able to wrest control of City Hall from the noble faction. Then, 4 years ago, he was appointed to his current position as governor of Heimdallr. And that's how the Regnitz family came to be where it is.
I don't even know what to say.
Ouch.
So that's why you started hating nobles?
Yeah. I was so furious at Sis's death. My hatred needed to be directed at someone.
Ah, fair enough, Spot.
Anyone. First I blamed her fiancé, then his family, then the family of the Duke who tried to intervene. In the end, I just hated the nobility as a whole. The people, their culture, the entire idea of social classes. I desperately wanted the strength to win against them. To show how right I was. How wrong they were. But deep down, I knew the truth about my hate. I knew I was taking out my anger on people who didn't deserve it.
You did?
They may be
All right,
from
Chad, that's
different
enough,
social
that's enough.
classes, but
Take
people
it-
are
take a
still
step back, Chad.
individuals. Sis's fiancé was faithful to her. He just wasn't strong enough to shield her from all that ugliness, despite his love. And the Count and his family were only acting in their best interests, which is to be expected, really. Ultimately, I've had to acknowledge that not all commoners are good people, and not all nobles are unworthy of respect.
Thank you, Machias.
Eustace might not have done much to change my opinion, but getting to know you two showed me that there are nobles who live up to that name.
Machias.
I have no idea how my father feels about all of this, but this is how I've come to feel.
I see. You have my thanks.
I'm glad you felt you could talk to us about it.
Laura and Reen are awesome. I'd read Redford.
Still, I don't think it hurt to be a bit more honest with yourself. If you're willing to admit all of that, maybe you can find it in you to be friends with Eustace too.
Only friends!
Are you kidding me? I might accept that not all nobles are bad, but that arrogant, self-centered fool can go choke on a palm. Always mocking me for spending so much time studying, or telling me I need to get out more.
I don't think he goes quite that far. Besides, I don't think he does it on purpose. He doesn't mean any harm.
That's the most irritating part! He does it without thinking!
He's like, oh, brother. And Laura's like, oh,
Well,
here we go again.
that was a good coffee break, wouldn't you say?
Agreed, Redford, agreed. Wow. And that's how Machias got his S-Craft ultimate shot. Okay, wow. So that's what was holding him back. Okay. Makes sense. Lunchtime is over. It must be almost time for the summer festival decorations start going up. Huh? I would have thought preparations would have been finished by now. Is summer festival not that big of a deal in the capital? Depends who I asked, I guess. I always just thought of it as one of those small yearly traditions. In my hometown, the summer festival is a major event with extensive preparations. Also, those places where the ancient animistic traditions survive put more effort into it. Animism does seem to have mostly vanished here. Not as much as in rural Crossfell, though. Well, I suppose it's hard to think of it as a seasonal festival in the capital and celebrate a month late to begin with. I think most just see it as an opportunity to catch a glimpse of the Imperial family. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, that makes sense. Sarah, is that you? That your Arcus rain? What's it doing rain out here? It's class 7. Hello there, Reed. This is Carl Regnitz. No, this is Carl Regnitz. It's Carl. No, it's Carl. Governor Regnitz. And he did say he'd be communicating with us. What group racer? So they said to call you. It's now a good time. Yes, I know. We actually just left your home. Machias invited us in for coffee. Aha, did he now? I had a favorable specialty store roast those beans just the way I like them. Oh, it's top notch. Well, I'm glad you were able to spend some quality up. Anyway, get to the point. It's probably because we have a bit of a problem on our hands. In that case, I'd like Group A to take care of one additional task for me. That's your task? We can do that. What do you want us to do? There appears to have been a burglary at Jewelers and Drowners District. I called it, chat! Did I not call it? Did I not call it? Last stream. We entered that jewelry store. I knew it was suspicious. Did I not call? Machias gets arrested too. Electro-brutal. That's not all. The culprit seems to have left a message addressed to you. Huh. Your confusion is understandable. However, the jeweler submitted a report of the burglary to City Hall. Normally I leave this to the authorities, but they won't be able to do anything, of course. We'll head over to the Guardian District once. And they'll leave this in your hands. No spoilers, but my current guess from what I said before was that that crown that was in that jewelry store would get stolen. It would probably get stolen by that actress we saw who will somehow reveal that she's a phantom thief or something, and we'll fight her in the Opera House. That's my best guess. Yo, Anton, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for the cheers. How's it going, man? Apparently we have one additional task to do, and I called it. What was that all about? Whatever it is, you seem perplexed. No? Wait till you hear this. Oh, the jewelry boutique was burglarized. Weird. He is so unamused. Doing pretty well, Anton. Now, how about you? Thinking about it, doesn't seem familiar. Yeah, now you got you. I did strength out the deja vu well. Still, wouldn't have been. Couldn't my father has a few more details? Well, it's already past noon. Let's head over to the Garnier District. Wait, can we not turn the side quest? Hold on. Doing so the board. Hold on a minute! We have a side quest to turn in. What? No! No! You don't. Hold on a minute. Did we fail the side quest? Where is it? I don't think we failed it yet, but I'm not sure if we can turn it in now. Actually, can we? Okay, we can. Thank goodness. What district was it? Okay. Do we finally have enough steps? Did we hit 2,000 yet? Yeah, done with the endurance tests, I see. Mind if I get those back? By all means. Okay, we did do it. That's right. Impressive. You walked pretty far, but they're still near perfect straight. I don't recommend these. I still want to take another good look at them later, but I'm confident about them. Why could you have assistance? Red Corporation must be around for a while. Yep. Especially because we're historically a perfectionist. That's been changing a bit in the past years, though. Due to the Customs Act. That's why I need to start to stock up on straight stuff. I'm sure the nobles are feeling frustrated over that, considering the restrictions only benefited them. Yeah, it's a good thing for the common people, though. Chancellor Osborne knows what he's doing. Probably seems really well. Pretty much, yeah. Oh well, give you this reward for you. Here we go. No! Why thanks, so we'll never use them. Cheers. Guess that's that. Thanks for the help. Okay, thank goodness we just filter in that quest.
Right!
My turn.
Alrighty, Cheffa, it is 8:30. And I think this would actually be a good spot to actually start wrapping things up. This is not the correct location. No. Here we go. So, anyway, chat. If you're watching here on Twitch, feel free to stick around for the raid. But if you're watching here on YouTube and you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing on YouTube. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. You can always change your mind later, and it's a great way to show support. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have an awesome night.